This week's episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is online therapy. You can now get the therapy you need from the comfort of your home. Everything is on your phone, your mobile device. You can text, you can phone call, you can video chat, whatever you are most comfortable with, which is why I love BetterHelp and online therapy, because honestly, the paperwork, the drive to the office, the waiting room, all of that it really stressed me out to the point where I didn't even give therapy a shot. But now with online therapies available, I'm getting the therapy that I need, and they've left me with homework. I've done journaling activities, and it's been very therapeutic and helpful for my perspectives and for my growth. You know, we are constantly growing, we're constantly evolving. I don't believe that age and experience necessarily is a good measure of strength and knowledge. I think it's beautiful to have friends and family there to talk to you, but sometimes the best course of action is to speaking to a professional. I truly believe that everybody can benefit from therapy, whether or not you've ever given it a thought. I think you should all attempt it at one point in your life, because we don't always understand why we tick the way we tick, why we do the things we do. So having a professional there to listen and better understand and give you tools to really set you up for navigating through situations ongoing, it's been very helpful. I mean, even after 2 sessions, I had a different way of thinking about certain situations, and I've taken those tools and I've utilized them ongoing. So highly recommend you give them a chance, girls. So if you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. You just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. You can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. So discover your potential today with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/unfazed today to get 10% off your first month. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/unfazed. Today's episode is sponsored by Care Of. I love Care Of. They are one of my favorite sponsors. They're a monthly subscription service that ships high-quality, personalized vitamins, supplements, and powders conveniently to your doorstep every month. You take a short, in-depth quiz about your lifestyle goals, and they send you a doctor-backed recommendation list of whatever vitamins they think are most suited for you, which is great. You no longer have to guess and forage up and down the aisles of a grocery store, because Care Of, thank you so much. Their vitamin packs are made with plant-based compositable film, so you can stress less about your impact on the environment. I'm all about sustainability, so I live, laugh, love that about them. They're also very convenient. They have individual packs with your name on it. So cute and gorgeous. Everything you need in one little individual package. So precious. It's perfect for on the go, great for traveling, and each shipment comes with a customized pamphlet showing you exactly what's in your individual daily packs and why it was recommended specifically for you and your health goals. And at any given moment, you can change your vitamins, you can take things out, you can add things. I've been taking the Super B complex, I've been taking fish oil. I take a lot of vitamins, but those are some of my favorites. Honestly, they are some of the best vitamins I've had personally, so I highly recommend. Take care of yourself with Care Of, girls. Right now, I have a discount for y'all. For 50% off your first Care Of order, go to takecareof.com and enter my code UNFAZED50. Again, for 50% off your first order, go to takecareof.com and enter my code UNFAZED50. Hey, my mama biscuits. What the fuck is good? My name is Camo, and you're listening to another episode of Unfazed and Unbothered, the podcast where we rant, rave, and ramble about literally any and everything. If this is your first time tuning in, go ahead and hit subscribe, turn on them post bell notifications. New episodes drop every Thursday. It's free to listen, so there's really no excuse. Sound off in the comments, sound off in the reviews. 5-star reviews only, please, and thank you. Anyways, this episode will probably not be my longest. I do apologize for that. However, by the title of this podcast, I'm sure you can understand why. So I'm just going to jump into the juice. This past week, somebody actually broke into my house while I was here. So it's been quite an eventful week, to say the least. And I'm just trying to wrap my head around this whole situation and move accordingly, and trying to find peace and solace. But it has been difficult. I've since taken all the proper precautions to ensure my safety, and just to make sure this doesn't happen again. And if it is, that I am most prepared. So I hope we have nothing to worry about ongoing, but I've been very on edge, to say the least, this past week, and it's really interfered with my mental. It's interfered with my work. I'm really behind on stuff this past week, and I have a photo shoot I'm supposed to do tomorrow that I am not really prepared for. I'm a little stressed out about that. I did agree to do it, all things considered, and I am excited to do it. I've shot with this photographer before. The last time he provided all of the outfits, he sent me a vision board a few months ago, and great, beautiful, gorgeous vision board, but it's a little more avant-garde. And I did say that I would, look for some accessories and maybe some props, but I was, under the impression that he was going to provide the outfits. And then yesterday he texted me, "I can't wait to see your outfits." So, needless to say, I've got to wrap this episode up and last minute go find all these pieces, or at least attempt to the best of my ability. But yeah, life has been just so gorgeous. It has. So I'll just get into the tea of the situation. So it was like a week ago at this point. I had my little sister staying with me. She was on her spring break, and I'm in my room watching South Park. The TV is loud as fuck. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I hear pacing outside of my bedroom, but I didn't put much thought into it. I thought maybe my sister was, walking downstairs to get something to drink. I didn't put much thought into it because I didn't hear a window bust open. I didn't hear my front door being busted down. So I wasn't assuming, somebody's broken into my house. I've never experienced that. So it just wasn't in my mind. Then a few minutes later, I get 3 phone calls from my sister back to back to back. And I'm like, why the fuck is she calling me from the room next to me? Something must be going on. Otherwise, she would have came and knocked on the door, So I get up, I go check on her, and she looked fucking terrified. She asked me if I had somebody over. She didn't know if she was having a bad dream or not, but she said somebody had walked in on her. And she was like, yeah, I don't know if I was having a bad dream. I woke up and I wasn't sure if it was still part of my dream or not, but I saw somebody standing in the room, and I closed my eyes to go back to sleep, and I opened them again and they were still there, and then they ran out. So I don't know if I was having a bad dream or not. So I'm trying to rationalize this situation because, again, I didn't hear anybody break in. And I've been having nightmares for the past 2 months. I don't know if that's connected to my blood pressure or my sleep deprivation. I don't know what that's all about. So I was just trying to rationalize the situation with maybe there's a ghost in here who's causing us to have bad dreams. I mean, Jasmine, there's no way somebody broke in the house. And then I get a notification on my Ring doorbell, or not Ring, I have Eufy, in case you're wondering. I did post videos of the man, and a lot of people were asking what camera system I have. Eufy, EUFY, highly recommend. They're great, good quality. I had Ring before, just didn't hit the same. But anyways, my front doorbell camera picked up somebody running out of my house. So I immediately lock her in the room. I go call the police immediately. I'm scared to go downstairs because at this point, like, I don't know. Sometimes my camera, if there's a lot of activity in like a 2-minute time span, it really picks up like the first 10 seconds of something. So sometimes, if there's like a lot of activity going on within like a 2-minute time span, it'll like pick up the first end of it, and then it might not like continue recording. So I wasn't sure if like he left and came back. So I was terrified to go downstairs. I'm on the phone with the police or the dispatcher, and she was kind of a cunt. I'm gonna be 1000. I'm over here telling her the situation. I'm like, I don't know if somebody's in my house. My camera just picked up somebody breaking in, and can you send somebody out here? She starts asking me all these questions. Do you know this person? No. I said, somebody broke into my house. Not my friend broke into my house. This person, but no, somebody broke into my house. And I'm like, I don't know who this person is. And obviously, like, I've never experienced this. And like, I will give myself credit. I feel like as scary as that situation was, and as petrified as I would have imagined myself being, in the heat of the moment, I think I really handled it pretty well. I didn't completely freak out and like lose sanity and lose touch. Like, I feel like I handled it well, locking my sister in the room, calling the police immediately, giving them my address right off the rip, and just kind of remaining as calm as I could. But I was a little like, bitch, get the police over here. Like, I was just really worried for my little sister's safety, especially since he walked in on her. So she was kind of like being snappy with me, and I'm like over here like, I don't know who this man is. Just get somebody over here. And she's like, I need to ask you these questions, so I need you to cooperate with me. And she basically alluded to she was gonna hang up on me if I didn't answer her questions. And she's like, but somebody's already on the way. So I'm like, damn, this is how y'all handle situations like this now? Okay, period, queen. But yeah, so at 1:01, I checked back my camera footage. At 1:01 a.m., he was over. He jumped my back fence, and for the next 15 minutes, he struggled to get in my front door. I don't know what he did, but there was like several videos of him like coming up to my doorstep, jingling the door handle, messing with the lock, and at 1:16 he got in, and at 1:22 he ran out. It's kind of crazy to me to think, because ironically, I was locking the door. I had a friend over with me also, and they like reached to lock the door, and I like beat them to it. So like I remember, I vividly remember locking my door because they went to, lock the door, and I beat them too. I was like, gotta keep the bad guys out. I remember saying that, the fucking foreshadowing of it. So it's like, I know for a fact I locked my door, and like the video footage shows him for 15 minutes like trying to mess with my door. I didn't see any like real tools, but I had like this weird lock on the door that I think like once upon a time was maybe like app operated, because it looks like it had like an electronic back, and it's since lost the electronic part of it, and so it's just now like manual. So I don't know, my door was kind of finicky for a while, and so I don't know if he used like some type of magnet device, or I don't know how he opened my door, but point being made, it was locked, and he still managed to open it without busting it down. So that was very concerning to me. And the fact that he was in here for a whole 6 minutes, so much can happen in 6 minutes. So, yeah, fun stuff. I'm going to go on a break. And when I come back, I'm going to continue the story time and the aftermath and everything I've done since. So stay tuned. This week's episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is online therapy. You can text, you can call, you can video chat a licensed professional from the comfort of your home. No more paperwork, no more doctor's offices, no more waiting rooms, no more driving to and fro because BetterHelp. I love online therapy. I stayed out of therapy for so long because of the stress of getting into therapy and all that came with it. But now with BetterHelp available, I can hit up my therapist at any given time and I can usually get a hold of them pretty quickly. In less than 24 hours, I'll have a response and I can set up my session. It's very convenient. It is. Getting to know yourself, it's a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and changing. I don't believe that age and experience is a good measure of strength and wisdom. I think it's great to have friends and family there listening and offering you advice, but sometimes it's best to have an unbiased person there, a therapist, a licensed professional to listen to your situation and really give you the feedback you need to hear, because sometimes we don't understand why we tick the way we tick. We don't understand why we are the way we are. And sometimes you don't realize that there are better ways to handle situations or to go about things. And so again, like having somebody there to listen and talk you through whatever it is you're going through can really be helpful and beneficial to your healing, your growth. And it's been that for me. Even a few sessions in, I have taken the tools that I was given through my first 2 sessions and I've ran with it. It's really put things into perspective and it's kind of changed the way I navigate and think about handling ongoing situations. So if you've ever thought about giving therapy a try, I highly recommend BetterHelp. I think everybody can benefit from therapy. So give them a try. BetterHelp. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed professional, and you can switch therapists at any time for whatever reason for no additional charge. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/unfazed today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/unfazed. This week's episode is sponsored by Care Of. What is Care Of? Care Of is a monthly subscription service that ships high-quality, personalized vitamins, supplements, and powders conveniently to your doorstep every month. I live, laugh, love Care Of because I no longer have to forage up and down the grocery store aisles, searching high and low for what I may or may not need. And you no longer have to do that because Care Of, girls. You take a short, in-depth quiz about your lifestyle and health goals for a personalized, doctor-backed recommendation list, taking the guesswork out of what supplements are best suited for you. Their vitamin packs are also plant-based compositable film, so you don't have to worry about your impact on the planet. I love that. I'm all about sustainability. Not to mention their individual daily packs are so convenient for travel. They also have your name on the pack. So cute and gorgeous. Everything you need in one little individual pack. I love that. So cute and gorgeous. Also, each shipment comes with a customized pamphlet showing you exactly what's in your individual daily pack and why it was recommended specifically for you and your health goals. So I highly recommend you check them out. I've been taking a multitude of vitamins. I've mentioned my blood pressure situation in the past few episodes, and I'm just doing my best to take care of myself to the best of my ability. So I'm taking a lot of vitamins. Some of my favorites are the Super B complex. It's great for your hair and so many other things. And fish oil also has so many health benefits. So highly recommend. They are some of the best vitamins I have had. And lucky for you, I have a discount for my listeners for 50% off your first Care Of order. Go to takecareof.com and enter my code unfazed50. Again, for 50% off your first Care Of order, go to takecareof.com and enter my code unfazed50. All right, girls, I'm back. So like I said, hey, Miss Duchess, you want to say hey? Like I said, at 1:16, he broke in At 1:22, he ran out. I called the police. They came out. It took them like maybe 10 minutes to get here. And in those 10 minutes, I'm just pacing my bedroom with my friend, like trying to wrap my head around what the fuck just happened. It was something out of a movie, you know, to think that somebody was in my house for 6 whole minutes without me knowing. And I'm somebody who always imagines alternative endings, and I'm extremely grateful that he didn't steal anything and that he didn't hurt my sister first and foremost. But I can't help but think of, what if he touched her? What if he took her? What if he killed her? You know, and I don't want to think like that, obviously, but I can't help but imagine how this situation could have panned out. So I am very grateful that it was the best case scenario, all things considered. Like I said, he didn't take anything, but with him not taking anything, it kind of worries me. I'm just really confused why, of all the houses on my block to break into, why he broke into mine, because I'm the only house on this strip that has cameras. And I don't have one, I have 2 cameras. One directly over my back porch, my front door camera. Like, there's 10 different houses on this strip that you could have broken into, and you can't see in my house whatsoever. And I don't really have many people come over here, so I just really don't understand why you would break in and not steal anything. It almost feels like somebody was coming in to scout the area out, and to come back. And that is like my fear right now, is somebody coming back, because the fact that he went to my studio, which is where my sister was sleeping, which is where the most valuables in my house are located. The fact that he went to that room instead of my room is just like really weird to me. I mean, my overthinking, maybe I'm overthinking, or maybe it's my intuition, or maybe I don't know, but I just have this gut feeling that somebody potentially tipped this man off, or maybe he found information on me. Don't know how that would be, but somehow knew that I sleep in this bedroom, I live alone, and all the goods are in my studio. And the thought of him returning is quite terrifying, because now at this point, well, since that happened, I have upped security. I don't know if y'all can see, but my uncle, thank you so much, Jerry, he came and installed L brackets with a 2x4. So there's really no way he's going to get back in my front door. My brother also put a deadbolt. The locks have been changed. My windows have been reinforced. I now have a security system with a extremely loud alarm. I also did purchase a shotgun. Go big or go home. A shotgun. I went to a gun range, and I was actually very... Ow! Oh my God, bitch, why are you biting me? That hurt. She's clearly in heat. My cat just bit the fuck out of me. She be biting me sometimes, and I love it. It's like a little love bite. She just wants attention. But that one was kind of tough, bitch. Well, you really hurted me. Oh my God. Duchess. You little whore. So precious. Can't be mad at you though, queen. But I was very impressed with myself, because I've never really shot a gun. I have so much gun trauma, and I've been terrified of guns. I'm actually terrified of the gun I have. I went to the shooting range, and we put the target out about as far as my hallway would be, and every shot I took was from the heart to the face, and every single one of them got the target. So, needless to say, if he returns, he will not be leaving with a head on his shoulders. And I fully intend on taking care of business. I don't want it to get to that point. Obviously, I don't want to take somebody's life, but if you're going to come into my house like that, bitch, trust and believe I'm going to do what I got to do. Yeah, I've got a lot of gun trauma, so seeing the gun beside my bed, it is a bit intimidating. When I was 6 years old, my mother's mom, a monster of a woman, I think I've told this story before, she put 2 shotguns to my head and basically told me that if I didn't do as she said, that she'd blow my brains out. And that was my first gun trauma. And then when I was working at Top Dog Tavern, I told the story last week, somebody pulled a gun out on me when I was in the back on the phone. They pulled up in a car and said, "Give me your money, motherfucker." And then fast forward to 2021? I was door dashing in Atlanta late at night. Duchess, stop fucking biting me. And went to deliver some Popeyes. And I don't know if I've told that full story, but basically I was door dashing. There was like this promotion that if you got X amount of orders that day, they would give you like a $200 bonus. And I was very pressed for money at that period. And so I was adamant and determined to get all 20 orders in that day. I was on my last one. It was like 11 p.m. It was on Auburn Avenue in Atlanta, the fucking ghetto. And there was like this apartment building that half of it was foreclosed. It said for lease, and like the whole strip was boarded up and really ran down. But then there was another part of these apartments that were open, and it was like luxury living. Nothing was luxurious about that place. So I was like really confused as to where I was delivering. I'm like standing out there on the road looking scared as fuck. I finally called DoorDash. I'm like, "Hey, where do I go? I'm really confused. I can't find the customer." And then I finally see somebody walk into another part of the building that was open. So I went down there, went inside. I was in the lobby of these luxury apartments, and the instructions said to deliver to somebody with dreads. A guy with dreads comes in, and so I'm like, "Hey, am I delivering this food to you?" And he like turns his nose up to me like, like walks past me and like starts laughing. And then a few seconds later, he has a friend come in behind him, all red, head to toe, red hat, red sweatshirt, red sweatpants, red shoes, and he had a huge gun in his pocket. And you know, like when you're having a nightmare and you have to run and you're just like frozen in place. Yeah, that was me. I'm like in this floral trench, and the guy in red, they start going back and forth with each other, and one of them's like, "Say I won't shoot this faggot motherfucker." And the other one's like, "You won't. He's like, "Yeah, we'll all do it right now." He's like, do it. They're like going back and forth, encouraging one another to shoot me. Yeah, so needless to say, I'm quite terrified of guns. However, I do know that they serve a purpose. So, ooh, pardon me. So I did go and purchase a shotgun. But it is scary to think how much power that gun has at the gun range. Shit just about threw me backwards. It was so fucking powerful, so intense. But I am fully prepared to take care of business. My house is safe and secured for the most part, but like I said, I am a little worried that the intruder may return. Just because, you know, like, who breaks into your house and doesn't take something? Who does that? Like, I had my Nintendo Switch downstairs. I have a 75-inch TV. I had jewelry all over my coffee table, and you didn't take anything? And one of the video where he ran out, so outside of my house, there's like a hill, and then little, the road, whatever. But there's like cars that were parked beside mine that kind of blocked all of the view to the bottom of the hill. So when he ran out, he ran down towards the end of the hill. But there's like the last second of the clip, it looks like he like disappeared, like either jumped into a car or I don't know, just disappeared. So I don't know if he got into a car that was parked at the very bottom of the hill. But a few days later, I was sitting in my car and I was waiting for a friend of mine to come up until I got the gun and got my security system. I have been really terrified to stay here alone. So I had friends stay with me every night. And I was waiting for my friend to get here when I noticed a car pull up to about the area that this man disappeared to. And they pulled up with the headlights off and they sat there for a solid 5 minutes. I got out of my car just to see if they would like move. I just opened the door and like stood up, and immediately the car hit reverse and zoomed out of the neighborhood in a way where I couldn't see their license plate. So it was just really weird behavior. And the other night around 3:00, I get a notification that my doorbell camera was going off, and there was like a car parked behind my car for like 10 minutes just sitting there in their car. So maybe those two situations were coincidental, but like I said, I'm very on edge, as you can imagine. So I'm hyper vigilant and, just I'm very on edge, for a lack of better phrasing. I hope those are just coincidental situations, but I did post to TikTok the man's face and videos of him, and I actually had a lot of people in the surrounding area DM me, comment about situations that they've had with him. This girl messaged me and said when she saw my video, she was crying because she was at the gas station down the street from me, actually, and he asked her friend for something. Her friend was like, leave me alone, and he came charging at her in the car and like got very aggressive. I had somebody else send me pictures, actually, of a man who looked similar. I couldn't really tell if it was in fact him, but they had video of somebody in their house as well who looked pretty similar, but I couldn't be too for certain. But same, similar area and very, very close by. I had a lot. I'm talking at least 20 people DM me situations with this individual, which is just crazy to me that the cops have not hit me back with any information if they've caught him or not. But somebody had said that they see him at the Walmart that's like 2 minutes from my house all the time. And I don't know if my brain is playing tricks on me, but when they said Walmart, I swear I had a flashback to, I actually posted a video of me at Walmart on TikTok, of me like doing a little Walmart haul. And that day I remember going into Walmart and seeing this man who looked very sketch in the same jersey. It was like a 22 blue jersey, smoking a cigarette. And then when I left Walmart like 40 minutes later, he was out there smoking another cigarette in the front. No groceries, no purchases, just standing out there being a sketchball. Now, I don't know if my brain made that up or not, but when they said Walmart, it was like fucking Jimmy Neutron. Brain blast. Like, I just remember seeing this individual in front of the Walmart and like eyeballing me and watching me go to my car. So sounds like he is familiar with the area and very close by. So I hope that something comes of this situation, I hope that he is taken care of and taken off the streets, because it's scary. It is scary to think about. Now, the police, they came out. I was very surprised that they offered to do fingerprint analysis. So they fingerprinted my back gate, they fingerprinted my window, everything that he touched. I was shocked. I was like, wow, y'all are doing your jobs. Oh my goodness. And we have a officer actually that lives in my community, and she actually told me that she has seen him before at the Shell that's right outside of my neighborhood. I spoke to my neighbor next door to me. I was filling her in on the situation, and she told me that that night she was woken up by the sound of somebody trying to get over the fence, but she wasn't sure what it was. She couldn't really see from her window, and she just assumed that I was back there rambling in my backyard. So she heard the situation. My other neighbor next door, he apparently saw the guy and called the police first, and I had made eye contact with him. But he didn't really disturb anybody else's house except mine, which is just that is just weird to me, because I'm, like I said, the only house with cameras. So why would you so boldly, with no mask, try to get into my house? It just doesn't make sense to me. And the fact that you took nothing just like worries me, that somebody is going to come back and try to take my equipment and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know. My brain is all over the place. But I'm holding it down, taking care of me and my precious angels. This place is safe and secured as can be. My apartment complex, they did offer to move me into another unit if I felt inclined to do so. So I was very pleased with the way they addressed this situation. I don't know that switching my unit would make a difference if it's like a targeted thing. If it's not a targeted thing, then I also don't think, I don't know. I just really hoping and praying that he doesn't return, because it's just not going to end well if he does. But yeah, that's been my past week. I've not done much. I've stayed in the house quite a bit. I've not really got out and went and done stuff. I have went for walks every day, trying to get my mind off of things. I went to Soapy Creek. If anyone is in the surrounding area, it's this park with these abandoned ruins. I actually shot my music video for Haunted, which I've since taken down because I was just a big pumpkin fat ass bitch. It was not cute and gorgeous. It was last minute shot. It wasn't cute and gorgeous. But anyways, I shot a music video there, and I hadn't been back since. But when I moved over here, I realized that it was like 6 minutes down the street. So I've been walking there a few days this past week, and I finally got down to the ruins yesterday. I went alone, and it was like pretty close to sunset. It's like a 25 minute walk to the ruins from the parking lot. I got down there, took some pictures, was hanging out, just meditating, manifesting, trying to clear my head. I love the sound of water. It's very therapeutic to me. So I'm down there by the creek, and then it starts getting dark, and I'm like, what time does the sun set? The sun sets at 8:06. It's 8:16 at this point. It's getting pretty dark. And I gotta hike back to my car. So I was in the woods past dark, and with the past week events that have transpired, I'm just thinking, oh my God, somebody's in the woods with me. They're about to start chasing me down. It felt like Blair Witch. It was dark. I couldn't see anything. I mean, I could see things, but I couldn't really see that much because it's dark as fuck, and I'm in the middle of the woods. So don't recommend that. Don't go to the park by yourself close to dark, okay? Just not a good idea. And don't spend too much time having a photo shoot and lose track of time, because that's what I did. But I walked to Starbucks this morning and I just had to fucking walk there. I see the rain clouds and okay, Miss Duchess Marie, please. I see the rain clouds coming and I'm like, you know what? I need to get my steps in. I need to get my coffee. I'm going to walk to Starbucks. It'll be okay. It's not going to rain. It's not going to rain until I get back. It's like a 15-minute walk to Starbucks. As soon as I get my drink, it starts pouring rain. So I have to fucking hike back all the way home. I was drenched and I'm walking in my neighborhood. Men are so... Why? When men. This man pulls into my complex and as he's passing me, he's looking at me and he's like gesturing me to get in his car. And I'm on the phone. I'm on FaceTime with my friend. And I was like, please stay on the phone with me. This motherfucker is being sketchy. Then he pulls up ahead and pulls into like a little parking spot that was like near the trash cans. Anyways, so he's like gesturing me to come get in his car. He rolls his window down. He's like, hey, shawty, come over here. I'm like, no. He's like, come on, come over here. I'm like, I have a man's. I don't have a man's. I have a man's. I don't care. I don't care about him. He ain't got to know. No. What? Ow, Duchess. What is wrong with you? Why are you biting me? I'm just loving you. Oh my God. You fucking slutbag whore. Yeah, so that was kind of weird. I can't stand a catcalling ass bitch. I don't know why I told y'all that. I'm running out of things to talk about today. On that note, I'm going to sign out for the day. I'm going to go try to gather my outfits for tomorrow, clean up my house because they're coming over here. And stay tuned for those photos. Stay tuned for next week's episode. I'll do my best to give y'all a more lengthy episode. I know in the past y'all have not lived, laughed, loved the shorter episodes, but I'm sure y'all understand, all things considered. So secure your homes, be safe out there, be vigilant, and just live your life, breathe your air. I love y'all.